Franz Kafka was a Jewish author from Eastern Europe who lived over a century ago during the First World War. He's best known for the unique style of his writing, where he created unusual, surreal, fictional worlds where characters had to make sense of strange, horrifying, and disturbing events. For example, his most famous work, The Metamorphosis, the main character, Gregor Samsa, wakes to find himself transformed into a giant insect. Kafka's stories, although fantastical, are often symbolic of terrifying aspects of real life, with themes such as isolation, alienation, and bureaucracy. Kafka was a major influence on later political fiction and science fiction authors such as George Orwell and Ray Bradbury. He also influenced later filmmakers like David Lynch. In fact, Kafka was so influential that his name has become a literal adjective. The word Kafkaesque describes something that evokes the same nightmarish and oppressive qualities of Kafka's fictional worlds. As you're reading through the refusal, be aware that some aspects may appear strange and almost dreamlike, but they're part of a world in which such things are normal. This is a characteristic of the surrealist literature for which Kafka was known. The setting of the refusal takes place in a remote village that is hundreds of miles removed from the foreign government that rules over it. As you read, think about how alienated and powerless its citizens might feel, and how these feelings can lead to fear and stagnation in their society. Now that you have a little background into the story and the author, I'm going to go over the learning objectives for this first read assignment, and then I'll go over your tasks. Our learning objectives are pretty straightforward: to be able to define new vocabulary words, as well as identify and describe the setting and the characters of the story. Here's your task list. First, if you haven't already, watch the short video preview for the refusal and read the introduction. This will help you better understand what you're about to read. Next, complete the vocabulary drag and drop. This will help familiarize you with some words that may be difficult to understand. You can do a Google search for the definitions of these words. Don't worry, you're not being graded on this. And you can also skip past using the words in your own sentences. Next, read the story summary that is above the text. This is going to help you follow the story because although it's not very long, it can be super confusing. Now you're ready to actually read the story. As you read, highlight important details, slow down, and really try to focus on what the text means. As you're highlighting things that stand out to you, then make little notes in the comments box to save for later. This is called annotating the text, and trust me, it's going to be a huge help to you when you get to the writing response assignment for this module. As you're reading, think about how the story's historical setting contributes to the creation of complex yet believable characters. Ask yourself, what is Kafka actually saying about society? And do you agree with him? Don't skip this step. After you've finished reading and annotating the story, find a partner and discuss the skill focus questions that are right beneath this video. This is really going to help you better understand the key ideas in this text as well as engage with the story. Finally, complete the reading quiz and submit the assignment. This can be a tricky story to understand, so please know that you are not alone. I am happy to help you through this. Just reach out to me.